Hello. Hey, this is a pickups video. I think way back in my last video I said this video was going to be something else, but it's not. I think I've forgotten who it was. Someone recently said put up a video that said if in doubt do a pickups video, and this is that exact situation. No doubt, but I've got excuses, you know. I wanted to do a mow update because I had a shave yesterday. Because I let it go a bit round here, and it got lost. So I had to sort of trim the hedge round there, and so you could see it again. Otherwise, because it's not really a mow, is it? But I think it's not looking too bad. It's changed slightly because it wasn't that shape when I first had it, but now it's gone a bit handlebarly. Actually, I think I didn't shave yesterday. I shaved the day before. But yeah, it's not. Sorry, I'm getting used to it. It's not staying once November's finished, but it's sort of captivating. It's mesmerising. Anyway, no, I was thinking, trying to think of really cool people with moustaches. Give yourself a bit of motivation. And I've only recently properly got into modern warfare and Captain Price. Just pretend you're Captain Price, because that's a moustache and a half, isn't it? And I've just dug out this hat. I've got a hat like that. I'm going to go to an army surplus and get myself a Captain Price hat. And I'm going to walk around, and I might even keep the tash afterwards. Walk around and pretend that I'm him. Forget I said that. So yeah, I've not actually. I've still got this beauty, but I've not actually collected any money. I'm working on it. I've put the feelers out, and I've got people to commit to giving me some money. It's just collecting is a whole different ball game. People say, yeah, I'll give you some money, but then they don't come through the goods. It doesn't help. Like my old nan said that she'd give me some money towards it, but she's living in a bit of a time warp where fundraising is concerned, and charity is concerned, and sponsorship is concerned, and she does it old school. She kicks it old school. She does per like we used to sort of do a sort of a fun run or something, or a charity walk. You do per mile or something like that. And she said she was joking. She's 91, but she still likes to laugh. She said per hair. She'd sponsor me per whisker. So I still don't think she really understands what it's all about. But I'm gonna have to probably explain to her. And I think she's worth a few bob, and a few other people. But my MoSpace is looking pretty bare. I've got a few photos, so I'm going to put a link down below. So if anybody wants to look at these ridiculous photos, I'm in character, by the way. I've got a couple of wigs, so just for a laugh. You don't have to, there's no obligation. You don't have to donate while you're there. Just go and look at these stupid photos I've got. But something I've been meaning to say for a while. In recent weeks round here, I've been noticing quite a few shady characters hanging around, and often I'll be in here quite late, because obviously I've got the open window here. I can see all the people walking past, and if it's quite late, I see shady characters walking past. It's a bit suspicious, and I've seen some proper shady characters walking past. And then after a couple of days after one of them, we had a leaflet through the post. So I've got a cold. I've had a cold. I'm at the end of a cold, but just to let you know. No, we had a leaflet through the post from the police saying, talking about home security, and there have been burglaries in the area. And then there was, I think it's a few doors up over the other side of the road. There's, I think a few weeks ago, there was a police car sitting outside. So there'd obviously been something going on, and on a few occasions I've seen some characters walking down the street with their hoods up, looking proper shady. This isn't paranoia. I'm not a paranoid person. I am, but no. This isn't that. It's just I know a shady character when I see one, and those are shady characters, and they were like messing around with their hoods. I reckon they must have been able to see me. And then I saw them about these two guys walking up and down our road about 2 or 3 times, and on the last occasion I saw one of them walk down the road. This was about 1:30, bearing in mind it's about 1:30 in the morning. He walked down the road and he walked up my next door neighbour's drive about 1:30 in the morning, and then back out about a minute later, back out again. So don't be surprised if the next time you see me it's in a Tony Martin sort of situation, because no one's stealing my games. They can try, but they won't get away with it. So anyway, so yeah, don't be surprised if I've not got a shotgun or anything. Don't know. I have to use the equaliser. Anyway, pickups. I've only got 3. But they've all got a bit of a story surrounding them, behind them, and also I've intended not to spend too much money. And in sort of real terms, I haven't. But no, real terms I have, but in theoretical terms, I haven't. And that'll make sense in a minute. It was an eBay purchase. This was a bit of a bargain because it can go for more than I paid. Broken sword, and it's complete. And it was in pretty nice nick, but when it came, it had only been in a jiffy bag and it had been squashed. So there's a crack along somewhere, I've forgotten where it is. But apart from that, it would have been really nice nick. It's really, it sort of jams, you know, if it gets squashed like that and it jams closed. That had happened. And although it's pretty minor damage, I think I got away lightly. But it's £3.55 and £2 postage. And £3.55 is pretty good because I know I've seen it go for around about 7, but also I've seen it go for, you know, like £2. I've seen it go for about £4 in total. I paid £5.55 in total, which is pretty good. If you try hard, if you look and bide your time, you should be able to get both 1 and 2 for under a tenner in total. So, because I think number 2 is cheaper than this one, but no. I used to have this a long time ago, and I've played a fair chunk of it, but I got annoyed at not having a mouse, so I actually went out and bought a PlayStation mouse purposely just to play this. Never actually ended up using it, but I took the mouse to university, and we had this party one night, and you know, it was right at the beginning of term, and everyone was having their own parties and trying to sort of to show that the people in their house are really cool. We've got a really cool house. But we had this party and it was really shit, so I turned up and it was really embarrassing because we had this proper shit party and I got really trolleyed. To hide the embarrassment and the shame. And while I was sort of passed out in my bed, I think there was a load of the girls from my house. I don't know what they were doing in my room, but one of them must have spilt wine on my desk and it went all over my PlayStation mouse. And none of them ever owned up to it. Bastards. Not bastards. Anyway, they never owned up to it. And I've not actually used it. I've not actually tested it since. This is a good sort of going over 10 years ago now. And I can't get the little ball out because the little housing's jammed. But anyway, broken sword. Pleased to have that one. And this next one I've got Dan, ItzxDanx to thank because he put out a bulletin saying anybody fancy going down to Wood Green CEX to buy some shmups, something like that, something along those lines. And I saw it, and and checked out CEX, and someone has traded in a shed load. I mean, including Raiden 3. Gradius 5, Dragon Blaze, Res, and a load of others, and I just gave it away. But I nabbed this one. Made sure I went down there, and this is sort of a duplicate, but because I got this a few months ago. But I travelled to the other side of London to go and get it. When I got there, I couldn't find it, and it was behind the counter because it didn't have a case. It was just disc and manual. But I bought it anyway, and it's the same price. So you don't get a discount. But obviously, that wasn't gonna. I wasn't happy to have that. I would buy it. I'd keep it. You know, for the game, for the purposes of having the game, playing the game. But it's not good enough for the collection purposes. And when Dan mentioned that there were a load of shmups in CX in wood green, I legged it down there, and lo and behold, this was there, and it is in about as good nick as you can get. It's slightly dirty. I think that's just grime, but the case is just spot on and clean, and the manual and the disc are spot on as well. Because I've already had 2 copies of this in the past that I bought and sold on. And the 3rd copy is the incomplete one, so this is my 4th copy. And this is the definite keeper because it's in absolutely perfect condition. So, and all the others, the Raiden 3 and Dragon Blades, and there's a whole selection of others, Soul Divide as well, they're all in as good condition. So whoever it was really looks after their stuff. But so thanks to Dan for that, for the tip. Final one. This is a major purchase, but the story behind this is that my birthday was in beginning of May, so that's about 7 months now, isn't it? No, 6 and a bit months, 6, 7 months. I'm losing track. And my sister, she's not got me a birthday present yet. I've not complained. I've said, you know, just for a joke, you got my birthday present yet? Every time I see her. And she goes, oh, no. And now bearing in mind it's been this long, and I don't think she's never gonna remember. So I took it upon myself to buy my own birthday present. And because it was something that I was feared might disappear from the shops. And it was a game that I particularly wanted. And it's here. I got it from Zavvi. Brand new from Zavvi, and I used a discount, and I got it for 33.17 in total with a 10% discount. Sorry. Oh, there we go. I've been warned off this game because of it's just monumental brutality and difficulty. But that just appeals to me, and I'll explain why. Here we go. It is yep. Dark Souls, the limited edition. This is like it's a roguelike, isn't it? It's a sort of essentially a roguelike RPG and you know where you don't necessarily gain experience. You have to go. You can lose your experience and you lose your levels and lose your equipment and stuff. And it just looks that really appeals to me. It's supposed to be just brutally hard, and the appeal of that is that. I don't know. It's an RPG, but it doesn't have statistical experience. It sort of has real experience. So you learn along with the character, and I like that, the reality of that, because too often in games you play it almost like a superhuman. In shmups and stuff, you do essentially have superhuman abilities, and the little machine is just a conduit. And but this, it feels more real because it's a slog, and the learning is real, is in real time, and I like that. And it's sort of like the reason why I enjoy this is partly the reason why I don't enjoy things like I'm not really into things like online multiplayer and FPSs, because that doesn't feel real enough, whereas this does. I'll explain myself. FPSs, online FPSs, you know, death matches and stuff and arena matches. It's basically a load of individuals running around like headless chickens, and that doesn't really appeal to me. I would like a multiplayer FPS game if there was a certain amount of reality in it. If one character, one player was an authority figure, he was a you know, sort of, and if there was like realistic damage and no respawning and things like that. and games could last days, and then you'd not respawn if you died. I like the sort of the ridiculous difficulty or something like that, and I think it adds an extra level of tension and jeopardy to the game. And I think this has this has that sort of level of jeopardy, and it's supposed to be a game that will just drive you mad because it's that difficult. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine by me. Although having said that, I did buy Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, knowing full well that it was a tough game, and that defeated me. But this one isn't. So that's a birthday present. That is a birthday present. I've not actually told my sister I've bought myself a birthday present. I'm gonna have to put it to a you know, I'm gonna have to tell her nicely that she has to give me money, or because her birthday's coming up and Christmas, I can just say, I tell you what, I won't buy you a birthday present or a Christmas present, and you can keep your money, and I'll keep that. There you go. Fair enough. So I don't think she would have bought me a birthday present naturally. She'd just forget. She's like that. I'm not bitter. Okay. It's my very best Captain Price impression. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, over 16 minutes. If I cut it off now, it'll be a short video for me. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for everybody who watched, enjoyed it. Thanks for everybody subscribed. I've had another one of those mystery subscribers. You know, you can't thank because I haven't got a channel, but strange. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll see you later.